We can go ahead and start up the stream. And just let me know when we're ready to go.
You're ready to go.
Sorry.
No problem.
There it is.
Hey. Hey.
Hello.
Now I gotta find a link to stuff.
No problem. We're gonna go ahead and get started with the intro while you're logging in. All right, welcome everyone to the first session of the Forgotten Colony, a Stars Without Number campaign. As we join the crew of the Double Down, a merchant vessel captained by Will Blackjack Cooper. You guys are heading towards the asteroid mining station in the Phala Force system. You have been requisitioned to bring some much needed supplies to the belters working the asteroid system. As you are traveling in your ship, I'm going to go ahead and bring you all over to the space travel scene. You guys are heading in and closing on, and you can see on your HUD the you're already receiving ship's information for the system that you're approaching, the My 3 system. As you guys are heading, approaching, you receive a message indicating someone is hailing you. So, Jarvis, being the communication, you are receiving a communication from My 3 requesting comms.
My 3. Okay, so I did end up being the communications officer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, good to know. I will bring up the comm to Captain and say, we're being hailed, Captain.
Open communications.
Now, in particular, who is contacting you is Ban Abres. And that is, in essence, the person who you're going to see.
Name of the ship again?
Your ship is the Double Down.
No, not our ship. Their ship.
Oh,
Sorry,
no,
the volume of the music keeps jumping up for no apparent reason. I turn it down and then it'll just...
It's happening every time the track changes. I'm going to try and keep on top of that because I can set the volume level for the music. For now, if you want, you can slide your playlist down a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm going to just turn it right there.
Yep.
Okay. It was the 3 what? What was the name of the ship that was hailing us?
Not the ship, it's the station is the My 3.
My 3, that was what I was trying to remember. All right. My 3, this is the Double Down. Hi, Ban, sorry.
Comm screen comes up, and you see Ban communicating. Well met. Double down. Is Will around?
Do I know this guy?
Yes. So you've worked with him a lot, bringing supplies to this. You've been working in this solar system for a while. You've taken on a couple of contracts, working to bring supplies to the space station, as well as the belters out in the asteroid belt. And your cargo is currently full. Now, for you, Will, this is a very lucrative delivery. You can see if you actually look on your character sheet, you can see that you're set to get about 27,000 credits for this one shipment.
Right. What's the name of this guy?
Ban a brace. And I'll put it in chat.
Hey, what kind of relationship do I have with him?
You've always had. This isn't someone you've known for a really long time. However, you've always had a very good working relationship with him. He is not in charge of mining operations. All of the contracts and things like that have been handled through the corporation that controls, in particularly. Damron Gelkis is the person who you basically set up the contracts with.
Okay, who does he represent?
He works for the corporation that controls the mines. Hold on one second.
I think Andrew
There you
froze.
go. Andrew, his video's been freezing. He sometimes is there. So,
Oh, okay.
Niarco's cooperative
I'm
is a
hearing everything just
corporation.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to answer your question, Will, Ban has been he's like a blue collar type guy. You've got a good relationship with him. He's no nonsense, and he doesn't mess around. You appreciate his straightforwardness. Everything has worked great. As much of a pain in the ass as Damron has been, Ban has been the exact opposite. Just easy to work with, easy to get along with, no drama.
Hey, hey, Ban. What's going on?
Just got word. You're heading here with another load.
Yeah?
Just thought I'd give you a heads up. Dameron's pulled the contract.
What do you mean he's pulled the contract?
He says we're not to accept the goods.
Under whose authority?
Under his. He makes the call.
So what am I supposed to do with all this cargo?
He just kind of he kind of just sighs and kind of shakes his head a little bit. He says, "Are we on a private line?" Now he's asking if it's just you and him.
It can be.
I mute my comm.
I mean, it is now.
Something big's happening. I don't know what's going down, but you're not the first. You probably won't be the last. I thought they had contacted you. I just happened to look, saw your ship was scheduled, and just assumed that you were coming here for your regular load.
Something big is happening on Fella 4?
With Nyakos. They're restructuring, same old corporate bullshit. I didn't want to be the one to tell you. You've always been great to work with. I hate to be the bearer of bad news like this.
Fucking corporates.
Is that why you're headed here? You have the stuff?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Tell you what. I don't trust this new supplier. Come on in. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can work out. All right?
All right. Do you have a landing coordinate?
Same place as usual, which is basically one of their bigger loading docks, able to accommodate frigates of all types. They don't have any. I mean, they have something that would accommodate like a heavier class starship, but they've got loading docks for like frigate type vessels. I'll see you when you get here.
Roger that.
With that, he exits out the comm, and you guys are now headed someplace with a ship full of cargo and potentially no buyer.
I let out a very stressed sigh. In the bridge.
What is he gonna do?
Great.
It's not like he carries that cash around, right?
No, but nothing from the humorous pilot. It's a wonderful time for you to be quiet.
Yeah, well, maybe his buyer will fall through. Maybe we can get there early and help his buyer fall through.
Alright, well, let's head on in and let's try to make the best of this shit show.
You sure we can trust this guy?
I mean, we've worked with him for how long? Years?
No, not that long.
All right, months,
you guys have
weeks?
probably, yeah,
A couple
you
hours?
This is the first time we've met him.
So this is the first sector you guys headed once you had full control of the ship, Will. Once you had you used your connections, and mostly you wanted to get away from
A different sector?
a different system,
Okay.
and particularly the owner of the ship. Okay, it's the
What do you mean, owner of the ship?
the guy who is financing.
Oh, all right. Who holds the contract.
Yep. He's a pretty shady individual. You know he has ties to a major crime syndicate. And he likes to micromanage. Now you used to work directly for him with the Double Down, but the first opportunity you had,
Yep.
you drove out. Now things haven't been great.
Does this guy have a name?
He
Or girl?
did. But I can't find
Or
I can't
non-binary.
find that note. So I will let you know.
All right, I put TBD.
Yep. So, the first chance you got, you lit out. It did require a spike drive. I can tell you what system you came from, which was Grana. Okay, so the system that you've probably spent most of your time recently is Grana, Grana. And it was a bit of a drive, and business hasn't been booming, which is currently why the Double Down is 2 maintenance periods behind. One of those is not your fault because the previous owner heavily neglected the ship.
Of course.
But you haven't been able to afford the maintenance since heading to Phala 4. And you were really hoping that this deal would just get you there. Now, if you guys do look at the calendar, I know you know that one. We are currently in roughly April of the year 3200. All right. April 21st to be exact. Earth time, it's about 8 p.m. It is an asteroid belt, the station, so it's not like there's the regular day and night cycles.
Is it called Earth time? Or like Earth Standard Time?
Yeah.
And what time zone is Earth? No, I'm just joking.
No, honestly, I don't know. I haven't been able to find any information on actual time and calendars within the core rulebooks.
How about we just say ship time?
Yeah, let's go with that. I like that. Ship time, because that's what matters to you guys.
I don't know. It looks like it surprised the hell out of Andrew.
Oh my god, it shocked him into paralysis.
Good.
Good.
Do they measure like space travel time in like souls or something? Is it based off? I don't know what exactly.
I guess it depends if there's a galactic sync up.
So the Terran Mandate would have had that, and I actually did some research into this. You can measure how long it has been since the Big Bang. It is observable from any galaxy in the known universe. And you can set intervals and link intergalactic time. And you'd basically be able to come up with a system that has intergalactic time. And I'm going to assume that the Terran Mandate had that. But now that we are post-Scream and the fall of the Terran Mandate, everyone's on their own. Some systems don't even have the, capability to measure time with that level of accuracy, much less keep up with events. So everything has fallen kind of back to local system time. There is no inter-system time period unless there exists like a ruling hegemony that has a type of time standard. So I agree with Jamie. For now, we're just gonna go with ship time.
I mean, time's relative anyway, so.
Yep, exactly. So that's what that's what we'll go with. But there is a calendar, and you guys can all make notes. So it looks like there are 2 notes called campaign start.
Did I put?
Could you
it
not
should
see?
should only be one.
I made one, and you made
Oh,
one.
all right. I didn't see yours.
No worries. But we both had the same idea, so perfect. Okay. And time is now started, so we will see in-game movement of time. Okay, so you guys are making your way towards my 3. And did I actually interrupt someone to start going off on a tangent of time? Was that relevant? Or did I just... Okay. Okay, so...
Oh, yes, you did.
Oh,
You did.
yeah.
I asked whether or not we could trust this guy, and we got into a whole thing of how long we knew him, which was hours.
Oh, right. No, it wasn't. It's not ours.
It's probably been about 3 months.
And compared to the corporate guy that we deal with, he's the good cop versus the bad cop.
He's boots on the ground, right? He's the guy that needs the shit you're bringing in order to function. The other guy, he's a bean counter.
How often have we been making the trips here to deposit cargo in the last 3 months?
This would have been your 3rd run. This isn't your
Okay.
only. This isn't your only customer. You also service other things, pick up odd jobs, things like that. In this system, this is one of your bigger contracts. And again, you have a cargo bay full of stuff that you have paid for. You do own it, but it was with the intent of selling it for a profit. And it's very specialized equipment and items for mining asteroids. In this system, there's not much demand.
Yeah, we're Amazon drivers.
Yep.
What am I going to do with this bath rug?
What do we do with 72 tons of porcelain toilet bowls?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right, pilot, take us in.
In we go.
Okay.
Now, what was our arrival time anticipated to be when we were, when the contract was holding its own, when we expected to make delivery?
Today, roughly. There is usually like a window of time, and that's how Ban knew that you guys were headed here, because he looked and saw that there was a docking bay available or slated for your ship.
Okay, so this is just like an in-system hop? Okay.
All in system. Right now, with as poor maintenance as your ship is currently in, making an interstellar spike drive could be dangerous.
Good to know. I would know that.
You would absolutely know that, and you would complain about it constantly, because currently everything you're doing to pilot this ship is giving you a -2 to your rolls.
Constant.
And, Splort, you would also be fully aware of the state of this ship, because keeping it running is quite taxing right now.
I'm prepared to roll the fixed skill.
Okay. So, you guys approach the star system, or the base that's in the asteroid belt. Communicating with the comms tower, they direct you to a particular docking bay. And in you guys go with your ship docked. Once everything is docked, which the whole process takes a little bit of time, then you guys have a dedicated berth. But as per Band's heads up, absolutely no one is waiting to unload.
Yeah, don't open the cargo bay. Keep that shut.
All right. So at this point, there is a there are facilities on this base, including a cantina. And you guys have been in a ship for quite some time. Okay?
Yep.
So, what do you guys want to all do? Obviously, you're probably going to seek out Ban.
I am, and I'm going to suggest the crew goes to the cantina unless anyone wants to accompany me.
I will accompany you.
I'll go.
Let's go, Virus. To the cantina.
I feel like
Okay.
for a lot of the time I'm going to be following the captain around, kind of as protection.
I'll let you know I can run like
not
hell.
Virus. Boring.
Actually, I'll go to the cantina. Maybe I can find somebody who wants to trade.
Wise
Oh,
man.
there you go.
Do we need
Plus
to
he'll have
stock up
booze.
on any like supplies or anything? I know we've got a full cargo bay, but like, are there any parts that we need to be worried about replacing or anything like that?
No, right now, luckily, you guys are pretty fully stocked.
But we do
There's-
need parts
there's nothing-
for maintenance. But
Yeah,
you-
so
and not unless you have the money for those parts.
and it's not so much parts. So when it comes to maintenance, these are, full scale calibration of the spike drive, the propulsion system, the sensors. It's not even that it requires parts. What it requires is a Starship repair facility and the skilled technicians. Now, if you had access
Can't you
to,
do it without that, but it takes like 10 times as long?
I'm not aware of any way you can do Starship maintenance without it. Repairs are different.
Okay.
Repairs, it's like serious repairs. Yes, they can be done without like a star dock. However, maintenance can only be done at that location.
Could have sworn I just read that today.
I mean,
And it is possible.
it's the difference
um,
between changing a tire and mounting and balancing.
Yep. It is possible. So we can certainly look into that when it comes time to do the maintenance.
But again, no one has money to buy those things.
Right.
Unless you guys
Yeah,
are,
so to
unless you guys are
answer
holding
your-
out on me.
Yeah. Most of you only have a handful of credits. Now, here's the thing. Per your normal pay schedules, you are due for your monthly salaries. In fact, those are due, going back to the calendar,
I chose poorly.
those are due on the 24th.
It's only the
Okay.
21st.
So in 3 days.
Yeah. Right.
So, here's a question.
Mhm.
If we need stuff for repairs and stuff, like, obviously it's for the ship, it's in the ship's budget.
Correct.
So how do I do, like, do I get a receipt and submit it to the captain and get reimbursed, or does he have an account or something? Like,
Yeah. So that's one thing to note. If you go to the player tab, and you go to the player ships and drones, if you double click on the double down, okay. If you go to the ship costs tab, there's a ship's credit pool. Now, Will,
Yes.
you have a credit balance, and you can transfer any or all of that credit balance on your character sheet into the ship's credit pool.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let you do that. Just delete it from one and go to the other. But that's what that money is intended for. That 98.50 minus whatever is your personal.
Is there a place I can put that, or?
Yeah.
Credit
So
pool.
if credit pool, ship's credit pool. It's you got 5 tabs on the bottom. It's called ship costs
Where is that located?
on the double down character sheet.
Oh, all right.
it's second from the right.
Yeah. So yeah, you can transfer that. Oh crap! It didn't store your last maintenance. And your payment amount is already also almost up.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yep.
All right. There's a credit pool.
Okay, and I just updated when the last maintenance was performed, when the last payment was made, and the maintenance costs, because that was wrong.
Oh no. Our cargo bay is empty.
It is.
no!
Here, I'll add it. It's asteroid mining supplies, and it is currently taking up, we're gonna say, probably 120 tons. And there you go. So most of your cargo space is currently taken by that. There's no. I'm gonna use the third column for the value. Okay. And so the 27,500 that you saw on your character sheet that was owed, that was gonna come from this cargo. So you can delete that from your character sheet if you want.
The ode?
Yeah.
All right, I'm trusting in you.
Okay. So 4 of you are heading to the cantina. Is that correct? Splort, where are you going? Are you staying with the ship and captain?
I guess I'll also go to the cantina.
Okay. So Bill and Will are staying first to here. Now, as the rest of you kind of file off and you guys are heading down the loading bay or whatever have you will. Yeah, I need to fix the auto pan with chat. Okay, there it
Group
should.
was all in the center.
It shouldn't pan when we chat now. Okay. So Will, after a little bit, you see Ban striding towards you with a kind of a chagrined look on his face. He's definitely not very happy with the turn of events, and he looks a little bit commiserating. He knows how big of a deal this is to you. So he approaches you first, extends his hand.
This is the stuff he wanted, isn't it?
It is. He walks up, offers to shake your hand.
I shake his hand.
Okay. I'm sorry, mate.
Have you thought of anything to compensate?
I did. It's all I've been thinking about ever since I saw your ship was headed my way. To be totally honest with you, we haven't gotten shit from whatever this new supply is supposed to be, and I don't know when they're coming. What I can do, I can't honor the full contract, but I have full control over some funds. There's quite a few things we need on your load. I can offer to buy those at a reduced rate, which should take off most of your cargo. The rest, there's other groups here. Some of them might be looking for something.
And what are we talking about? What do you have? I want to hear what you have.
So he lists out the items, and just kind of in the back of your mind, you have a pretty good idea of what you have. He's going to take 3/4 of your
Or he wants to take 3/4.
Yeah, he's asking to take 3/4, which is about 20,625 credits worth of cargo.
Okay.
And he's offering you 13.5.
That's the best.
Which is basically almost at cost. So you're not going to lose money,
right?
But you're not going to get much.
Are the miners independent?
There could be some that are,
but
right?
I mean, the miners that would get this equipment, do they
not
work?
These ones? No,
all right.
These all work for the same corporation.
All right.
Now they might be they might be independent contractors, but they're contracted to do a job. Anything valuable they get, they just hand it over.
All right. So, I mean, that's fair. That's fair price. You don't have access to any ship facilities, do you?
He just kind of there's repair facilities on my 3, but they're controlled by the base, not us.
What's the value
What are you looking for?
Well, making these runs has put me a little behind on maintenance.
He gives you a very understanding. Half the shit we have to work with is so fucking far behind maintenance. It's a wonder there haven't been more deaths for my men or accidents.
Yeah, I would not want to be one of your. I would not want to be a miner. That's why I. That's what I do. What I do.
I know a few guys who work on that side of the house. I'm sure I could put in a good word for you. You tell them they sent me, you might get a bit of a discount. Take some damage on your ship, did you?
Not yet, but it's gonna start happening any day now.
I hear ya. Well, do we have a deal?
What's the value of the remaining 1/4?
So the remaining 1/4, from what was originally promised, is going to be. So I'm going to take. There will be 40 tons left, and the value is 6,875. And then in your ship's cost pool, you're going to go up to 19,500.
Yeah, we got a deal. I can't say that you've ever done me wrong.
I know it's not the outcome that either of us want, but do me a favor. If you're still nearby and you haven't sold the rest, come see me. I should at least be able to cover your costs, because, like I said, no fucking idea when these new assholes are gonna be making a run. There's nothing even on the schedule. I don't know how the fuck Damron expects me to run this place if he can't keep me supplied.
No, he's more worried about his bottom line than anything else.
Seems like a bad way to do business.
He just nods towards you and just like, fucking right.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
So, after you guys have a deal, he transfers the credits to you.
Which I see you've already put into the pool.
Yep. He rounds up his crew and unloading starts.
All right.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna follow him or his crew back to the ship and unlock the cargo bay.
Right. Okay.
And then stay there. I suggest that Bill and who else came with me? Just Bill?
Just Bill.
I don't need security for this. You might as well join up with the others and have some fun at least.
As you wish.
Actually, do I know he's an android? Do androids have fun?
I think I would have made it known to you and the rest of the crew by now, yeah. I don't openly advertise it to strangers, but to all of you, yeah,
data?
you know.
All right. Then I don't know if that suggestion would have been valuable or not. Have any value to it? Yeah, go to the bar and hang out with, other things that aren't
Meat
you.
sacks. Go
To be
hang out
clear,
with meat
you-
sacks.
Bags, yeah.
To be clear, you're a VI. You're not like a cyborg. You're actually a virtual intelligence.
Correct.
Yeah, I look for all intents and purposes human. The only way
So-
you have to make a med check of a certain number in order to tell that I'm not.
Well, maybe I
Okay.
had a lapse in judgment and I forgot that you were an android, and I was just like, go to the bar, have some fun.
I'll go to the bar, but do VI? They don't eat or drink, do they?
think Bishop from Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, don't think Roy Batty from Blade Runner. Now, personality-wise, training-wise, sure, you're all Roy Batty. However, you are fully synthetic, right? The white blood, the you are, you know, you are organic, right? That's the point of an android. But it's synthetic. So I would imagine that. I don't know that it actually says.
I don't remember if I read anything about that or not.
Yeah, we are going to
It's
robots,
probably like
yeah.
Warforged.
Mm.
Well, yeah, because it's important to me to know if he's actually biological. Then that's a different matter for my abilities versus.
Right.
I
I think
he'd go to
I read
Spore
that-
instead.
I think that I read that for me, I would get healed by someone actually using the repair skill.
Exactly.
And
So you're not
spare
really
parts.
biological. Then you're
Yeah.
actually a machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
VIs need neither sleep, eat, nor drink, requiring one
Oh,
type
grab it.
E cell per week of operation away from readily available current. They are immune to vacuum, but suffer degradation from radiation as humans do. They cannot be poisoned or diseased. They can be reprogrammed. And they can be healed with spare parts and the work of someone with a fixed 0 skill.
Fixed skill. Yeah.
So we could make you into a love
I'm
bot
your
and
medic.
make money for the ship that way.
You
Keep in
can't
mind I
Wait,
don't
repair
what?
sleep,
yourself.
so
No. No, we're not going to do that.
He's just a love machine.
I thought about making that my background as a courtesan or something, but I
I'm-
decided
I'm-
not to.
Oh,
your
you're
medic.
like what's his name's character in AI?
Yes.
See that.
Yes, I know what you
Jude
mean.
Law.
Jude Law's
Jude,
character.
Jude Law's character.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Gigolo Joe, what do you know?
Hello, Joe. Yes. I love
No,
it.
Pitts is not the medic. Pitts is the pilot.
There's two pits.
All right.
So yeah, I'm gonna go to the bar where these guys are and hang out, but I'm not actually gonna drink anything.
I'm
All
gonna say
right.
there's either a little hatch or maybe just a tube.
What on him?
No, on my my shell.
Probably
Oh,
like
Drink through.
Oh,
a way to
you have
a way to
an
eat and
emergency
drink.
induction port.
Oh, maybe it's a
So-
pizza slot.
You're like the Volus from Mass Effect. You got like
Yeah.
the constant enviro suit.
Yeah, so why don't we take a moment actually, Chris, why don't you tell us about your character and more specifically what the party would know?
Okay, the party, like, he hasn't, like, tried to hide anything from the party. His race has been in system for a while, so it's not like no one's ever seen him or heard of him before, and they've been here long enough to, like, pick up on cultural stuff. But, they're sort of this, like, displaced, transient race of aliens just kind of trying to find a new home. They're kind of working odd jobs and stuff in different places, and they don't have a home world right now. For the most part, they're in shells, at least when interacting with other people, which the shells are kind of like, think a man-sized mech. They're really small. They're like, for a mech, but they're like think like a fat inchworm inside of it, and they yeah.
Now, when you require medical attention, do you have to stay in there? Is there known biology to the medical community about your species, or?
Yeah, they've been here long enough for some of that stuff to be around. I mean, it's not necessarily, you know.
Do I have role
same,
modifications to help him if he needs medical care outside of my psionics?
So, so here's the deal with his shell, and a lot of you probably didn't see these in the free edition because transhuman. We're basically reskinning transhuman, and when I say transhuman, have any of you seen or read Altered Carbon?
Seen it, yep.
Yeah, I've seen the show.
I'd almost equate it being
Transhumans.
kind of like Ghost in the Shell, almost.
Yeah, that would be another one. So shells are a body, and they could be organic, mechanical, or digital. Okay, so there might be an equivalent in Shadowrun. I don't know, but you can have a shell, and basically your soul, if you will, inhabits the shell, and you can change shells. Like in Altered Carbon, there's sleeves. You can go to this sleeve, that sleeve. You can have a genetically engineered sleeve or a completely mechanical sleeve. In this instance, instead of a soul inhabiting, you actually have splort. Now, splort is inside a type of chrysalis, and that chrysalis is embedded into the frame, right? And he can't really just leave. He can, but it's a very involved process. So to specifically answer your question, Jim, you can affect splort inside of the mech, but splort is very protected by the mech. And the only way to repair the mech itself is repair, fix.
Right,
Now,
but does his biological portion get damaged and require medical? Okay. That's what I was trying to find out.
that chrysalis that he is inside of, short of a massive heavy weapon, like something that could, target a capital class ship, then when his shell is brought, if his shell could be completely destroyed, and Splort will most likely survive inside that chrysalis. He can't do anything until he leaves the chrysalis. And at that time, he's just like anyone else, just a space tardigrade, right? So,
Probably more squishy than most people.
yes, he can't wear armor. He's very limited to the things he can wear. Like, he's extremely limited outside of his shell. And most importantly, he only has one shell, and shells are incredibly expensive.
Now, who else has fix in the crew besides him? Anybody have fix at
I
least
will
0?
most likely have to crawl out of the shell to repair it after combat.
Yeah, to an extent. Only if you are truly brought down to 0. You can repair anything non-destructive. So unless you are brought down to 0, that's the only thing that would require him not to be able to fix himself. Same thing for VIs, by the way. Bill can repair himself as if he had fix 0. And as long as he has spare parts, right?
Okay.
Okay. So, ignore the Star Wars droids you see in the cantina. This was the.
How about the Mickey Mouse ears?
Yeah.
Is that Endo over there?
I just saw that. Oh boy.
It's okay.
Yeah,
We'll ignore that.
Yeah. All right. So you guys make your way over, and Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is Lando and maybe BB9.
I think
really
everyone's
should-
seeing something I'm not.
Right here.
Yeah, no, I got nothing.
Oh, okay.
Do I need
Oh.
to reload?
Hold on. You are, for some reason, you didn't move over. Hit refresh,
Okay.
Bry, because it's still showing you. It's still showing you on the cargo bay. So that's probably why you're not seeing what we're seeing. Okay. Does
Okay, it's loading the cantina now, so.
perfect.
Yep, we're good.
Okay. All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
So, who's buying me a drink today?
Not me. I did it last time. It's your turn to buy for me.
I've only got 25 credits.
Well, that's you know, you didn't complain. What was the last thing you said to me? Warren, go clean those tables. Warren, go clean those floors. Warren, go clean the bathroom. You know how disgusting you people are?
Especially Splort.
Especially not especially sport.
I mean, does this sport have finances?
I have vent holes on my shell that just spray wherever I. Yeah.
And that shit smells.
What type
So-
of cantina is this? Is this like a pretty seedy place, or is it just like normal?
To be honest, I didn't have a lot of time. It is not this posh looking, really.
No, okay.
It's because this is a mining
This looks like a place I can't afford.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so let's just pretend it's a lot grubbier, a lot seedier. There's no fancy decorations. It's pretty utilitarian.
Where do I find my credits or whatever?
Those will be
information
on
the
your
sheet?
character sheet.
Where it
Let me
says
see.
balance.
Yeah. You have debts, balance, and owed. And
I currently
Splort,
have 25.
you have 100.
Below where all your stats are in that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think the bar should look like this. There we go. That's disgusting, right?
We're-
Yeah, that's pretty good, I think.
Yeah, that is way better. Yeah.
Serenity for the win.
I see Rivers there
Yep,
kicking someone
kicking
in the
ass.
chest.
That's Voran's character, only in female form.
It was hard finding something that didn't have just like a boatload of aliens, because that's what I don't want is to show.
Yeah, because they're pretty rare.
And they got this guy over here on the left with his MacBook.
Jeez,
Apparently, they still have those in the future.
we're gonna get taken down so fast with copyright.
Yeah, Disney's gonna be all over your ass.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think we were getting to Splort buying us drinks.
That's what I heard. Come on, you got a credit machine on that
God damn
body
it.
there somewhere.
How much drinks?
Just one? We haven't been off the ship in like weeks.
How what does it cost per drink?
Doesn't matter.
I'm asking the bartender. What's your cheapest draft?
He just kind of leans over and he says that they have a well. Any well drinks are like probably about 7 credits for a pint.
Yeah, I'm glad you're buying
Me too.
All right. I'll buy you a pint, but you have to split it between
Right.
the two of you.
Fine. My half's the bottom half. I go first.
I put up my hand. 1 pint, please.
Has it been that long, man? Put your hand down.
Yeah, it's been that long.
No access to running water.
Oh, we're running low on water because we don't have any money.
And deodorant.
Deodorant.
I'm under the impression that we have to buy water, air, all these things. Is that correct?
Did you say air?
Yeah, for our ship.
Probably not air, but
Oh, not
water.
air. No.
I assume we have a
And yeah, there's a-
scrubbers or something
We have a
like
scrubber.
Carbon.
Recycle.
Yeah. The technology is pretty good, so that
Okay.
water isn't. You have everything is reclaimed.
We
Moisture in the
probably
air.
have to-
You're.
Clean out the filters and shit when we get
Mhm.
into a dock. But apart from that,
Okay, I have no excuses for smelling like this, then.
stop it.
You sit at that panel all day, all night. Don't even talk to me.
Because you're busy following around Sport, cleaning up his squirts.
That's my job. That's my job, and I'm proud of it. Not the squirts, but cleaning. Do a damn good job. I never hear anybody complain the toilet's dirty. Never.
That's true. You've been doing a good job.
Thank you.
Well, to be
Okay.
fair, I don't use the toilet, so I can't complain.
That's
It's like
true.
a space opium den.
About that, I'm gonna put my arm around
It's a
Bill.
little better. It's still not quite maybe what I was looking for, but it's still a little better than what I had before. So this
Little
is gonna be
ravey,
our
a little hookah bar.
a little cyberpunky, but we'll go with it.
It doesn't look
Alright.
as elite.
I could do that. I like the fish.
Mm-hmm.
What were you putting your arm around Bill?
I put one arm around Bill. About that. You don't use the bathroom. Is everything else work down there, or are you just a smoothie?
That's a good question. I never really thought about it.
Bill's never checked before.
I would say I'm probably made to look like a man, but I probably don't have the parts because they're not necessary.
Well, wait a minute. You need a medical roll to figure it out. So you've got some junk down there, man.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe
Yep.
that's the medical roll.
So it's just flapping in the breeze. Jeez.
It's not functional. It doesn't need to be.
That's up to you, Bri.
I'm gonna say it doesn't.
Oh,
He just hasn't, he hasn't met the right android yet.
They don't make VI Viagra yet.
That's an extra firmware patch. It costs extra. It's a DLC.
Well, I guess in his case, it's a software patch.
Oh.
So you think the captain's actually going to get this stuff sold, or are we not getting paid this month?
We're probably not getting paid again. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You guys salary too, or are you part of the ship? I don't want to talk bad in front of the bosses.
Part of the ship?
You know, like
Part of the
sort of
ship. Part of the
ownership. Are you guys actually like part owners, or are you like working schlubs like us?
I make a monthly wage like the rest of you.
You hope. Okay. How about you, Sport?
Yeah, I'm a wage employee.
Oh, good. So, as I was saying, do you think the captain's actually going to pay us this month?
Is Andrew still here at all? I just see 2 spinning squares on his video.
Yeah, I don't know.
I see an Ewok on his lap.
Oh, you're seeing something?
Yeah, but
I
it's
just
not
see the
moving.
frozen picture.
I see the 2 squares like Nate does.
I don't see the
Okay.
squares.
All right.
What
Sorry, I
saying,
was
Jim?
I was just gonna see if
Oh, I'm on mute, Doi.
Oh,
there he
there
is. I was gonna see if Marshall was gonna stick up for his captain.
Oh crap! He's here.
That's right. I'm a genuine stakeholder in this business.
Well, then you
well,
should
then-
be paying for the drinks.
I would
He's probably not
rather-
going to pay you. I wouldn't pay you either after the crap you guys pulled.
But you
I-
can drink over there. Go, go, go.
I'm gonna be honest. I would rather the ship doesn't stall out in the middle of space than, get paid.
Oh, look at Mr. Positivity here.
Yeah,
I
it
would
says the
say-
guy that's in a suit. So
I would say the odds are not in our favor.
Yeah,
I
probably
my
not.
suit.
I mean, I'm definitely disappointed, but
wait, Marshall, you've flown with him longer. Do you think he's actually going to come through on this? Because it's not looking good.
Hold on a second. Why is it not looking good?
Hello. We don't have anybody that wants to buy our cargo.
We
Except
don't?
for maybe ban. Maybe.
Why not? What the hell? I thought we had like a contract or something.
Yeah, they
it's
decided
ridiculous.
they didn't want to do it.
Why didn't anybody tell me?
That's the problem with this cash on delivery business.
I'm kind of telling you now, man.
Yeah, now after Spooch brought all the drinks. I mean, what's he gonna do?
Isn't that the point of the contract, though?
Yeah, who's going to
It's
enforce
like legally binding.
I can enforce it. Where is this guy?
No, Vorin. No, we've talked about this.
Yeah, enforce
It worked
it at the
last
end of your
time.
mop.
Hey, you made me clean the mop, so I don't know what you're worried about. Fine. Just saying.
So, do you think he's going to be able to come through, Marshall, or not?
I believe in the captain.
You would.
That's just the easy answer right there.
Well, that and he's vested in the ship, so
Well, yeah.
he's got more.
Which means he gets paid first.
I mean,
Technically, he gets paid last.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
you know what? Going through a hiring interview process again would be miserable. So let's avoid that.
Well, that's my second point. Is what are our options? Leave the ship. And
No. You can
get left
hope
here
we
and
can
become
pick
a
up
speed
job
miner.
from somebody else who's passing through.
I hear the corporation's not hiring.
No, I'm not saying leave the ship. I'm just asking if we're going to get paid because my purse is lean.
Mutiny.
Well,
mutiny,
that
mutiny.
sounds like a personal problem.
Oh, you have
Mhm.
It's up to you what you spend it on.
Like medical equipment.
As he slurps through a straw.
Maybe you shouldn't be buying liquor if you need to conserve your funds.
I keep
You
thinking.
Oh shit!
I keep thinking Christopher's character is like that character in the movie Inner Space, where he's inside and he makes the guy get a Coke so he can get a drink.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Not that small.
small are you? Good looking.
Size small.
Yeah, but how do you see out of there?
In the mech suit, your size small?
Yes.
Like the suit itself is small? Okay.
The suit
Tony
is-
doesn't play
the suit is
D&D5.
medium.
So,
The suit is
Oh,
like
okay.
a chunky medium.
But then your actual physical body is small.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Well,
He's.
these Lazarus patches are expensive, and since we didn't have any money, I bought them out of my pocket, thinking the captain would end up paying us back anyway.
I'm sure he's good for it.
Did you get a receipt?
Yeah, the guy on the dock gave me a receipt.
What's he gonna do? Mail
You
them
gotta
back?
keep track of your expenses.
Keep track of your expenses.
Get everything in writing.
What side are you on?
Lord comes from a long family history of legal purveyors.
Now, I know, Marshall, you said you were going to potentially see about either finding a buyer for the cargo, or maybe finding additional work, something like that.
Yeah,
If
I
you
mean,
want
if
to,
do I know what the nature of our cargo is? It's not
Mhm.
illicit in any way, is it? It's just a
Mining
routine cargo,
supplies.
it's all for mining.
right?
And
Silicone
so,
drill bits. Got it.
yep. So if you want, you can give me a connect roll. So if you go to your character sheet,
Mm-hmm.
you can roll your connect to try and find someone who is maybe in the market for mining supplies.
Would that be intelligence based
Uh, Potentially, yeah, yeah.
or
It's
charisma based?
very-
Say not good
it can
either way.
be intelligence based. There's a lot of flexibility for which stats
I
you
mean, they're
can
both a
use.
+1, so
Mhm. And that's why there's flexibility. Okay. So you, Marshall, kind of excuse yourself for a bit and just kind of start browsing around, talking to some people. Let's say, actually, give me a talk roll as well. Let's see how good you are at kind of. Let's see how many drinks you're gonna have to buy.
all right. I'm gonna pick charisma with that one.
Oh, you have no money. Hold on, let's fix that. I'm gonna
I
give
don't know
you.
why I have no money.
I guess you're not getting any drinks then.
Okay, so you
Smart
have
person.
a 6. Okay, so you're probably going to end up buying at least 2 drinks as you go around, kind of looking and talking. With your connect roll, you're able to focus on people
I
you
will
think have a.
deduct 14 Space De Niro.
There you go.
Robert
So
De Niro.
so Marshall kind of leaves you guys. He carries his drink off and he's like, well, what do you say to the group as you leave, Marshall?
I see a man about a thing.
Okay, good enough.
That sounds like a personal problem.
It's business.
Mm-hmm. Sure it is.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
All right. So with the rest of you kind of sitting there, thinking about your prospects,
So that's what
thinking
Marshall's
about
into.
potential reimbursements, right?
And about Bill's junk,
And about Bill's,
obviously.
obviously. When is
Yeah,
it not about Bill's junk? I mean,
it's a
come on.
philosophical discussion. It's very deep.
You don't want to know about sports junk.
No, does he have just one, or is there like a couple of them? How's that work?
Good question.
Hermaphrodite,
Let's
totally.
leave it at that.
A lot of worms are hermaphrodites, so that would
That's
be
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
If we cut them in half, will it be 2 splorts?
2 splorts.
Let's find out!
Splort
Okay,
left,
sorry.
splort right.
Sure,
I'm good
Hunter's
now.
loving this conversation right
Oh,
now.
I'm sure. All right. Let me ask you guys this. In this bar, where are you? Are you at the bar? Did you take a table off to the side? Where are you guys?
I would think we're at the bar, but that's my personal preference.
Yeah.
One
That'll
for the
be up to
bar,
you
2 for the
guys.
bar.
Because I joined after you were there, so
Two's the majority in this case, since there were only
Well,
4
and-
of you.
And honestly, if Sport's the one paying, we have to follow him. So
Exactly. So you guys are at the bar. Hold on. There's how many of you left? There's 4 of you left, right?
yeah.
who's getting their pocket picked?
Okay, everyone, pick a number between 1 and 4.
4.
18.
3.
I get 1. Yeah.
Okay. Bill, you're on the end. As you were befitting, since you were the last one to arrive. So you take a spot up on the end, and you see a rather scarred and interesting fellow sidle up to you.
Well, he looks friendly.
And he's you notice he seems to be kind of listening in on your conversation somewhat overtly. He's not really hiding the fact that he's paying close attention to what you guys are talking about.
Is there a reason why you're listening to our conversation? I'm just gonna be blunt and put it right out there.
Just throw it out there, yeah.
All of you hear Bill confronting this guy because Bill's not being subtle about it.
No,
and
not at all.
and the three of you look over and you see this scarred guy, and he's just got a grin, and his eyes are squinted, and he's just like weighing and measuring all four of you. And in his hand he's got a drink. There's not much left. He tilts it back and puts, slams kind of the glass down, and he just kind of leans in towards you.
I checked my credits.
Taking his time. Everything's there.
Is Florida's just gonna look around the room to see if he has like friends or something that are closing in on us that we don't know about.
Everything else seems like there's pockets of conversation all over. There's no one dancing, but there are people kind of scattered throughout tables and things like that. No one seems to be paying you guys much mind. There are other people at the bar further down, but you guys are kind of at the end. This guy's at the very end. He just kind of leans in. I couldn't help, but over here, you guys might be looking for cash. Little short on the funds?
I look at everybody else. What exactly are we talking about here?
We're in. Oh.
Smack his arm.
Ow.
Splort face palms inside of his shell.
What are we talking about here, Squinty?
He just gives you a big grin. You notice quite a few teeth are missing, and the teeth that are remaining aren't in the best condition. And
I could totally help you with.
I get by. Listen, I've got a line. I know something. And I
Boys,
could...
here, say goodnight, Uncle Chris.
Good
Aw.
night, nephews.
I'd be willing to share for the right price. You know what I mean?
No.
You heard we don't have any money, right?
I heard you complaining. But, and he kind of nods over towards where Marshall is. Marshall has now sat down at a table, calls over for a drink, and he's chatting up someone, right? doing his thing, making contacts, and he said, "You all may not have money, but," and he looks over towards Marshall again. "The captain might, right?" And he just kind of giggles a little bit.
Okay, buddy. How about you let us finish enjoying our drinks, or I'm gonna share my fist with your remaining teeth.
Oh, I want to hear what he has to say. My kind of guy.
Bill and Jarvis, anything?
Jarvis just looks at his drink now. He's sensing trouble.
I think we should at least hear him out.
Yeah, see?
He motions towards Bill. "See, this guy knows, and him." He kind of motions towards Vorin. "I'm telling you, man, this is good shit." I I need a drink. Can you help me?" And he kind of pushes the glass towards you. Just a little bit, you know.
Splort finishes his.
I look at Vorin. He's your kind of guy.
All right. Hand him my drink. The whole thing.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
He just kind of takes a pretty big gulp and he sets it down. He's twitchy. He's pretty twitchy. All right. I know for a fact, right? There's a ship. And he kind of ducks down as if someone's gonna hear him. There's a ship, right? But this ship, it's special. What it's got. Now, you can beat the crew that's going to salvage it. He just thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. I'm telling you, pulling the rug right out from under them. They won't even expect it. And it's yours. It's all yours. Everything. You just gotta give me some credits, right? For the location. I'll tell you exactly where it is. And get this. The guy you're fucking over, it's Talvok.
Oh.
Now,
We don't know who that is.
Well,
hold on one second. I'm gonna say who's. I know we talked about this. Who has been with Blackjack the longest? Obviously, Marshall is the longest. Who's second?
Splort.
Would it be Splort? Was it
Splort.
Splort? Okay.
Yeah.
You definitely know who Talvok is. 100%.
So, does this sound like a good thing or a bad thing? Because the way I'm interpreting his laughter is
Mhm.
that either he's like some sort of high junkie, which he probably is regardless, and he just thinks shit's funny. But also potentially he thinks it's funny because he's like walking us into a trap to get ourselves fucked over.
Let me tell you a little bit about Talvok. Talvok is, and Marshall, you're not here, but you would definitely know who Talvok is. And Will, you would absolutely know who Talvok is. Talvok has been a little bit of the bane of your existence for a bit, ever since you got to this system. He's the captain of another free merchant, but whether you'd call him captain or pirate is debatable. He is sleazy. He will underbid every contract, and has fought you on every negotiation in this system, and just generally been a magnificent pain in your ass. Now, from you, Splort, you just know you've had dealings with him before even this system. That fucker followed you here. You know him from the the Grana system. So this bit of rivalry has gone on for quite some time, and he really has just been a total asshole. So the idea of screwing over Talvok isn't an unpleasant one. Now, you haven't felt as much as probably Marshall or Will has.
Splort is definitely in the leave it alone, just don't deal with him kind of a camp. But yeah, I'll probably pass it on. Because I know the rest of the crew will anyways.
You gotta understand, though. This ship, it's not from here. It's not from around here. It's got something on it. Talvok wants it bad, real bad. And he suddenly looks around again, like really looks around as if someone is just standing right behind him. Go ahead.
How did you come by this information?
After he is literally not even facing the bar anymore, and he's just staring openly at the rest of the room. But when he turns back around, he just he leans in. I was on the loading crew where Talvok was. He they had some stuff. I was just, helping myself a little bit. But, I was hiding, right? And I heard him talking. These guys, bigwigs, right? They told him that they wanted the ship. That they told him where it is. They gave him a pad. But he left it behind. And it may or may not be there when he gets back. So I'm just shopping around. and he kind of just like downs the rest of his drink as he's just kind of like openly staring at you guys.
I thought we were going to share.
Nope. I don't know if you'd want to share after this guy, to be
That's how
honest.
you get space COVID.
Yeah.
Space herpes.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's what's really wrong with his face.
That sounds like a good deal to me.
I'm looking this guy over and saying, how do we know we can trust you?
Look, you're not the only crew, and I'm shopping around, right? So I'm gonna. He kind of reaches in, and he puts down like a scrap piece of paper, and he just kind of slides it over, but with like the palm of his hand, like he's so twitchy and jerky.
I immediately grab it.
Okay. Call on me, but don't wait. And if you want what I got, it's gonna cost you
What are we looking at here?
10,000 credits. And with that, he kind of just backs away, and he's like nodding, and turns and walks away. Now, with that, Will.
Yes, Jim or Jarvis, do you have a compad?
Yes.
Okay.
With as much time has passed, you guys, you're unloaded. Now you have found some potential buyers, but you haven't made any deals just yet for your remaining cargo.
Okay.
Okay. And I would say, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay with the ship, or are you going to join your crew at the cantina?
I'm going to find these potential buyers.
Well, you found them.
Okay.
You just haven't made a deal yet.
All right. I'm negotiating a deal then.
Okay, so you're focused on that. Marshall. I don't know if are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry, is my video still frozen?
Your video never works for me.
Yeah, every now and then it changes to a different frame, but it's pretty much frozen.
Yeah. So, you are done, and you have also potentially found a buyer for some of your gear. Okay?
Follow the rabbit.
So at this point, you could rejoin your crew, or go track down what's his name? Okay. Oh. So you've actually messaged
Yes, I'm brown nosing because
Yep.
Captain.
Yeah. So you've actually now been looped in. And Will, the name Talvok is like the last thing you want to read, especially with all of the shit that you've just had to deal with. And the fact that he's here right now, or potentially here right now, is just infuriating.
It really fucking is.
Okay.
Is anybody stealthy?
I am.
Bill, I think.
Yep.
You think you can follow the junkie?
Follow the junkie. I was just going to the bathroom. What did I miss?
Did you see the junkie left?
The one that gave us the information?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So he leaves, and the only thing you missed is that Jarvis sent Blackjack a message.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now that we're back in scene, I'll actually say, Captain says drop it.
Did you say drop it? It's not interested, or was it a price related?
He doesn't want to pay for it, or not 10K anyway.
Right, that's what I was saying. Maybe you can follow him.
Perhaps you could negotiate
I'm not thinking
for a
negotiating.
lower price.
I'm not thinking of negotiating.
No, I meant the captain. Yeah, I can try to follow him.
Yeah, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Splort, but I think what Splort is talking about is a potential 5-finger discount, maybe.
Yes.
Or in your case, how many fingers?
Let's see. Probably got at least 3 on each hand.
Some of the old
8
slippery
of
digit.
those.
I thought we were talking about Bill the Blade and his prehensile penis. I mean, they do call him the Blade.
So now it's become prehensile. All right, okay.
Yes, I swing through the trees with it.
Programmable density.
How old did he get the nickname the Blade? Right?
Some sort of a dick monkey.
No, I jest.
You've seen him use a rapier.
That is your new designation now, Dick Monkey.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be
That's
how the
your
captain
rank.
refers to the crew. All right, you dick monkey, shove off.
Already, first
So-
session, and you got a nickname like that. Jesus.
So, Bill, are you going to attempt to follow the junkie?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Bill leaves the cantina, or following the guy. The rest of you, what are you gonna do? Marshall, you're back now.
Okay.
And you can probably send a message to the captain as well that you also found some potential buyers. Now, you do not yet know that. Wow, the music's loud. You do not yet know that Blackjack has sold 3/4 of the goods already. So you still are expecting kind of like a full cargo. So if you guys message each other, he can at least let you know.
Do you have a compad?
Pretty sure I do.
Everyone should.
All right.
Except for him, he definitely should not have one.
I don't know if I
Yes.
do, to be honest.
I, in
Probably.
fact, do have a compad.
Compad, Bill the Blade. Everyone's getting a compad. There's no possible reason
All the reasons.
to not have
There's
a
reasons.
compad.
Have you ever
There's
played
reasons.
Have you ever played a Shadowrun game? No one communicates. No one carries communication devices.
Really? Is that because of like
No,
hackers?
it's just an overlook that everyone just assumes.
That's not true. I not only bought him, I had one embedded in my head.
Yeah.
Speaking of communications, Bill,
Like
keep me
it's
posted
Stevens.
on your location, and I'm going to try and follow along, so that even though I'm not close enough to actually follow the junkie, that like I can get to you fairly quickly if you need help. Not that I'm great with combat, but you know.
Okay.
Where are they going?
I don't know. What difference does it make? More drinks for us.
I wasn't secretive about asking Bill to follow the buggy.
Okay, so do we think that's a good idea?
Well, that's why I'm following Bill,
Too late, I'm gone.
in case it's a bad idea.
I mean, the crew wants to get paid, right?
Ooh, blackjack. Bill.
Telling on you.
All right. So what are you guys gonna do in the bar? Are you just kind of hanging out still in the bar? All right.
Do I have any kind of figures on what my people were offering, like price per unit or something?
Yeah. So basically, you've interest. You haven't yet started talking price, but people you met, you figure you could potentially get rid of at least half of your cargo. So you have to figure out what's left and basically what everyone is looking for. And by the time you communicate between you and Blackjack, with the remaining goods, let me see. What was your roll? Okay. Blackjack, you've got the best price. So with what's left, you can probably offload the rest of your
My
cargo
trade skill help at all?
for 6,000. I actually roll your trade skill. Both of you roll a trade skill.
I'm a specialist in trade. I forget how that works.
You roll 3d6 and keep drop the lowest.
Is that automatic? Trade.
It is not.
Can I augment? No, it says 3d6 in the dice pool. Cool. Oh, it won't let me modify it though.
It's fine. Just go ahead and roll it. Oh yeah, look at that. Q highest too. So boom, you both got the same amount. So 6,000 is what you guys can get for the rest of your cargo.
I just sell it to my buyers.
Yep. So go ahead and remove the last of your cargo, increase the ship's
For all I know, we're talking to the same guy.
full. Maybe same company, but Blackjack makes the deal. So go ahead and take care of that on the
Yeah,
double down sheet.
I did.
Okay. All right. So then, what is left? Sorry. I don't gotta worry about that. Work was messaging me, but it's not for me. Okay. So, with that, let's go on to Bill.
So, I'm gonna message Bill
Mm-hmm.
and tell him that when he finds him, not to move, but when he gets in a position, if he like sees the tab, like he could pick it up or something, let me know so that I can call him to distract him with the call.
I like it.
It's a legitimate strategy.
We are not good people.
Do you
Everyone
classify
needs
us
a
as
paycheck.
people?
Well, I'm not a people, period.
I'm more of a grub.
Art mollusk.
No, Brian, you are a dick monkey.
I'm a dick monkey.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say that you're not gonna have any problems following him. Number one, he's very chaotic in his movements and he randomly chooses to like avoid people or approach people at really random intervals. He just seems very, very chaotic, right?
He's probably a little drunk right now too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he does end up going towards a like kind of abandoned part of the ship. He takes a call and ends up like somewhat arguing with the person on the phone, and they're talking about money. It's potentially someone else that he approached, right? You're just not sure. But he is now in kind of a way off part of the ship, and it is kind of or the station, not ship. And he's there. Oops. Talking on the phone. When his conversation ends, he starts pulling out some stuff. He's looking around, but totally clueless. He doesn't see you at all. You're able to remain hidden with eyes on him, and he's pulling out some paraphernalia and using.
Just needs a little bump.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just to level him out, you know?
I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm just going to observe.
And as you watch, he proceeds to get high. He puts something together. He works with some type of machine or some type of like item.
Nice.
Load some things in. Put some of the stuff away. He takes it, hits a button, and inhales something. And you can see this like little bulbous sac at the back of the device slowly deflate.
So that scene from Minority Report?
Kind of, yeah. That's what I was thinking. And then he just kind of sits back, leans against the wall.
Steal his drugs. We can sell them.
Again, I'm just like kind of waiting for him to move to another area or something.
He appears to be kind of zoning out.
I'll wait like maybe 10 minutes, see if he does anything. Does he move at all in that time?
If you're probably gonna wait 10 minutes for probably the first 6 minutes, he's damn near like dead to the world. But after about 6 minutes, his compad rings and it startles him. The device goes like skittering across the floor. He looks and he pulls it out and he's just like, yeah. And he's listening and he nods. Of course, I still got it. Yes. No. I said 10,000 credits. 10,000. No. No. 7. They said pre-tech. No. 7 or you can fucking go to hell. And he ends the call. Pre-tech.
Do I know what that means, pre-tech?
Hell yeah, you do. Pre-tech is basically the highest technological level there is.
Oh, wow.
Starships and things like that come from technology level 4. Technology level 3 is basically where we are today on Earth.
Okay.
Technology level 4 introduced spike drives, metadimensional travel, starships, limited starships. But it was when after there became psychics, Mez inflicted individuals from metadimensional travel, the Terran Mandate exploded employing that technology. And we reached an even higher tier. Pre-tech is the most sought after, most valuable items anywhere.
So it's not quite tech level 5, but it's like high-end tech level 4, basically?
No, it is tech level 5. Above
Oh,
anything that can currently be made.
If
okay.
I'm correct, we're in sort of a post-Dark Ages sort of a...
So post-Scream is when the Terran Mandate collapsed. Most worlds were cut off, but some sectors weren't really affected. However, very few worlds, if any, had the ability to manufacture tech level 5. The capabilities of tech level 5 weren't widespread, and the farther out you were, the lower the chances of even being at level, there has to be some level of tech level 4, otherwise the worlds and sectors couldn't be colonized. But no worlds other than the core worlds had the ability to manufacture anything at technology level 5. And so right now, anything that remains, anything that can be found that's technology level 5 is rare, uncommon artifacts, leftovers from the world. Like you might be able to stumble across a technology level 5 starship or maybe an outpost of some sort that would it's the most sought after salvage there is. I mean, imagine in the 1800s, the gold rush, right? It's like hitting a mother lode. It can be priceless depending on what you find.
So I'm gonna message Bill and ask him for a status report.
Okay, I'll message him back and tell him about the pre-tech cargo.
your comms are somewhat sophisticated. You could be on the phone with him and have listened to that conversation.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna communicate through text because I
You're
know
right.
he's sneaking. I don't want to.
Yeah, but I
Into
mean,
that.
he's got an earpiece and all that.
Okay.
Only he can hear you. He would have to communicate for sure through text or some other means. But
Yeah, I let him know about the pre-tech cargo, and also that it appears that his other buyer is trying to. He wants at least $7,000 from his other buyer, and that it doesn't appear that they're willing to meet that price.
Okay.
So maybe if the captain wants to talk him down to $7,000,
Well, I don't
that
think
might
that's
be an
gonna
option.
happen. I don't trust the junkies. He's a junkie. I don't trust
Now-
that he's, that what he has is necessarily worth what he's trying to sell it for.
you guys
Well, he
could
did
add.
say pre-tech, but is he being honest? I don't know.
Yeah.
Right, and it's secondhand information to him.
Is it? I thought he worked on that vessel.
No, he heard some guys were trying to hire somebody else to get a vessel that has some pre-tech on it. He
Oh,
overheard a conversation, and they left the location on this pad, and he swiped the pad.
oh,
Real
okay.
quick, guys. Real quick. Three party calls exist. If you guys wanted to, you could add in the entire crew to this call. You could certainly add in Blackjack.
I'll definitely do that.
Does the junkie have the pad?
Have you physically seen it yet?
Negative.
Now, what the junkie is doing right now, he's picked up his stuff. He's put it back in. He's just kind of rocking and talking to himself. He's talking to himself so quietly that there's no sound that you can hear from your vantage point. But all of a sudden, he starts and looks down the hall. Now, you've heard nothing. But he looks and he stands up. He's clutching like a satchel with him, and he's peering out. And then he like shakes his head and starts muttering and pacing to himself. He pulls out his compad. He starts sending a few messages, things like that. But he's kind of pacing back and forth in this corridor.
I'm not looking down the hallway in the direction he was looking. Do I see anything or no? Okay.
Do you think you can take him if you have to?
Probably, but I would rather I didn't resort to that.
Right.
This music is tension building.
Okay. I'm gonna call him and see if he'll meet to negotiate in person. And hopefully he leaves the pad behind. And you can search for it.
Right.
All right. I'm calling.
Are you gonna add him to your current call?
No. Well, can he see anyone else on the call?
It's not a video call.
Can I keep it separate lines
Mhm.
so I can be on the call
So
with him?
you're
That
you're
they can hear that he can't hear if
You're-
I text back to them.
sure. So you're pretty good with technology, right?
Yeah.
And you have the ability to jury rig almost any TL4 device. So there's nothing to say you couldn't create a little bit of a firewall, if you will, so that you can separate the calls.
Okay.
So, give me a. Oops, hold on. You actually get a +0, not because you have the skill, but because of your shell. You get a 0 to program. And I'm not even sure if you need a roll, to be honest with you.
Well, you're the DM. I mean, GM.
Yeah, we're gonna go with no, because for the scene you can jury rig TL4 devices. So we're gonna say you don't even need to do that. For the duration of this scene, you can split the calls, no problem. He'll never know anyone else is on the call with you, and they cannot communicate to him. They can talk to you, but only you will hear.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
So placing the
So you
call.
make the call, and Bill, you see him really jump. He's literally holding the damn compad, looking at it, and he jumps and almost drops the damn. And he answers it, and he says, "Yes, it's me. Who,
Hey.
who's this?"
This is Splort. We met in the bar.
Met in the bar.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was the one that didn't give you a drink.
Have you reconsidered my offer?
I have.
10,000 credits.
It's a little high, but maybe we can work something out. Might be able to give you something in goods to offset. Maybe.
So while he's listening, and you can hear what Splort is saying, but you can tell and see that he's thinking about it. He's not saying anything, but he's just almost fighting this internal conflict, Bill.
This could mean a lot to us, so we're open to negotiation. Would you be willing to come back to the bar?
Yeah. I can do that. It's very, very valuable, and I've got others interested now. So maybe the price is going up. Just know that.
This is valuable to us on more than just a monetary level.
It is. This ship.
So why don't you come down to the bar? And we'll see what we can do.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll go right now. I'll go right now. Right now.
Sooner the better.
Okay. And he disconnects the call. Bill, he just does this like jerky little dance, and puts his compad away, slings his sack over his shoulder, and begins walking out of the corridor. He will walk close by you, but you are pretty well concealed in some like machinery. And the only reason I say this, is there anything you want to do before he walks by you?
What would it take for me to try and reach in a satchel and
sucker punch him in the back of the head as he walks by?
Actually, yeah. You know what? I'm not a good character. I'm not a nice guy.
You say that?
I'll
So
try and knock him out when he goes by.
so here's one of the things.
Oh, yeah. What is
You
that?
have the close combatant foci, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you with that, you can use pistol-sized range weapons in melee with no penalties, and just ignore shock damage from any melee. So you have, just looking at your stuff, you have a laser pistol, a monoblade knife, and then you have the yeah, that's it. Or you
There's
could do, or you could
there's
do
it's a.
melee.
I'm trying to remember what it's called. There's a type of action you can make in combat. It's the same thing you would do for sniping, but there's like a close range version of it.
Yes.
I'm wondering if that
So
applies here. I can't remember what it's
it
called.
would. It's on page 52. Hold on one second. Come on. So 52, yes. So execution attacks. Okay. Is that what you're thinking of?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, you can set up a killing blow if you really wanted to go that route. It requires a full minute of preparation, which you have satisfied because you've been watching him for 15 fucking minutes, right? It would require it requires an adequately lethal weapon such as a knife. But basically, as long as you make your stealth roll, it's an insta kill.
I don't really want to kill him. I just want to knock him out.
So if the attack hits, it does maximum damage, and the victim must immediately make a physical saving throw at a penalty equal to the attacker's combat skill. Some victims might merely be incapacitated instead if such an outcome was intended and plausible. So you could just incapacitate him if that's your intent.
Oh, all right. Let's do that then.
Okay.
So I have to make a sneak roll.
So make your stealth first. You're
Stealth.
going to. So yeah, if you go to your character sheet, okay, make your attack roll. He does not notice you.
How do I make my attack roll? Can I hit him with my pistol?
You want to use your pistol instead?
The butt of it, yeah. Just like hit him in the back of the head with it.
Make your roll for your monoblade knife.
Okay.
You could. It's the same thing. Basically, you're using your pistol as the, but you're going to use your strength or dex for your attack. I'm assuming your dex. So go ahead and make your attack. But we'll just say you're using the butt of your pistol.
So my modifier, I would put a 1 because my dex is +1.
Yeah, it should.
Can you not just roll it from your character?
Yeah, you should just be able to roll it. If you go to
I
the
can,
combat,
but it's asking for a modifier. Do I just leave that at 0 then?
oh well, you do your. So you'd set your skill, right? Would be punch,
Oh, okay.
and then you would roll.
Punch is unarmed. Would be stab. Right?
It'll
It
probably
could also be exert.
Well,
But-
all three are at +0,
All
so
three.
it doesn't really matter. Mm. Oh.
Ex- Exactly. It doesn't matter too much.
Okay.
All right.
So my modifier, I would put a 1 because my dex is +1.
So Okay. Holy crap. So that hits his AC, and which means you do maximum damage, which would be 7 points of damage. What's this guy got? Yep, he is incapacitated. You,
Nice.
as he walks by, you reach out from the shadows and just slam the butt of your pistol, and he collapses immediately.
All right. I go through his satchel and try and find what I'm looking for.
Okay.
It might be back in the corner where all his other junk was too. So
Mm-hmm.
Looking through his satchel, you find a data slab, right? And you definitely find some drug paraphernalia. There's probably about well, you find. So this is one thing that bugs me, and I'm going to ask all of you your
Opinion?
thoughts. Yeah. To me, I mean, even in technology level 3, who carries cash, right? We have all these cashless systems,
Yep.
debit cards, Venmo, things like that. So, to me, in a TL4 plus world, to me, there's no such thing as actual credits. It's all going to be digital. Do you guys
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah.
But there's got to be a good, quick, and easy way to transfer that. And so I'm going to say that everyone has like a card of some type, or maybe some device, and that you can transfer credits.
Blockchain.
Yeah, basically crypto, right? And so for whatever reason, you do find this guy's digital wallet, and he has about 87 credits. So you are, if you so choose, while him and the device are there, you can transfer his credits to yourself, if you choose. Right? That's up to you. If you do, increment your credits by 87.
I'll let him keep his 87 credits.
Okay.
Since the payout we're going to be getting from this is going to be a lot more. So he's going to need to buy drugs when he wakes up.
What else is on the pad?
So the pad is locked. You just find the data slab.
How is it locked? Like a passcode?
Right. It probably has some type of bio. Okay. The other thing you find is you definitely find some drugs. Okay.
Yeah,
Um.
that doesn't interest me.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna have. It would require a program skill to unlock it.
does
Now
Even
you
with access to his biometrics because he's unconscious.
That's a good point.
is it his biometrics we need to open it?
Because it wasn't his pad.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah. Well, you don't know whose pad it is, but
It's worth a
Bill,
try.
Bill, you have a good idea, and it turns out that you are able to unlock the data slab using his retina.
Okay, cool.
So you just basically, peel back his eyes, hold the device, and boom, you're in. Show, the face recognition, the retinal scan, boom, you're in.
What do I find on the slab?
So, looking through it, you see some files. One in particular catches your eye, which is just a folder of like a folder structure that just says "fuck yeah."
I definitely want to look in that one.
Yep. So looking in that one, you see files related to coordinates.
You're gonna say, don't look in there. It's all porn.
I was gonna say, it's all rim job porn.
Yeah. So you think you have potentially what he's looking for. To you, it doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense. You're not a pilot. You're not a navigator, but
I know what I've still.
it looks pretty good, and you could easily just transfer this to your data slab if you have one. I don't know if you do.
I think I do.
Data slab is not the same as a compad. They're two distinctly separate things.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense that a compad wouldn't have that type of capability.
Yeah, I think
So
the
you would be able to
compad's more
transfer.
Like a cell phone, and the data slab
Yeah.
is more like a laptop, I guess.
Correct. Like, you think of the data slab as like a tablet, but I mean, why would we go backwards in technology? So I'm going to say that you could easily offload that to your compad. It's not a
Okay.
very big file. It will take a little bit to transfer.
It's not like
But
an
while you have it,
encyclopedia.
yeah, exactly. While you have the data slab unlocked, and so you theoretically could replace his data slab and he'd never even know.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do then.
I wouldn't leave the file on there in case he sells it to somebody else.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
true.
What's the coordinates?
Yeah, I'll see if I can delete it. I don't know if I have the technical know-how to do it, but
Oh yeah, you
If
would be
can
able
copy,
to.
you can
Yep.
delete it.
Yeah. So
Edit it.
you.
Change the coordinates.
just change the coordinates.
We're still on a
Well,
party
well-
line, right?
Well, I think only only
Splort.
Splort and Blackjack.
I thought it was all of us.
No, it was just
No, he said he'd call blackjack.
Yeah,
All right.
I offered.
Well, I'm going to suggest he modify it if he has the know-how. If not, just delete it.
just delete any numbers and replace them with an equal number of numbers.
That sounds pretty good.
Okay, I'll
That's
attempt to do that.
definitely something you could do. Bill, make a program roll for me, please.
Oof.
DC's not very high, man. You're doing simple stuff.
I mean, even if he
I just-
critically fails, he
only
deletes
thing-
the file.
Right. Well, the only thing I'm checking to see if he can do, and this is the only reason I'm asking the roll, is to see if how well he obfuscates the data. So go ahead and make your roll. Boom. Beautiful. Okay. You feel pretty damn good that whoever tries to use those coordinates, they're not going anywhere.
Awesome.
You're the
You
local
could
sun.
quickly see the what you're looking to modify, and yeah, they're gonna have a fun trip if they try and follow those coordinates.
He used his
Go
brute strength
straight into the
programming
closest
skills
Well,
to program that.
my strength was +0, and so are all the other stats that might apply. So I
Yeah.
just didn't bother changing it.
Right? Yeah. And Dex wouldn't count.
Dex would, yeah. I didn't think Dex would matter. So.
Strength programming. I love it, Brian.
He got tired, like sick of it. And he just threw it across the room, and it reprogrammed itself.
Sheer intimidation.
I punched it until the numbers changed.
Yeah. All right, are you gonna leave our junkie?
Yeah, I'm
in the
gonna make
corridor?
myself scarce and meet these guys back at the
Yeah, how long?
cantina.
Wait, how long? You said he took a dose of his drug?
Mm-hmm.
You could prop him back up in the corner so that he thinks he just passed out or hallucinated the whole thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say give him
Oh.
give him another hit of his drug, but he just took one. So
Or you could give him a wedgie, steal his lunch.
That's just
While
mean.
while you're propping him up, his comm pad starts ringing.
Don't answer it.
I'm gonna look and. How does this work? Like, is there like caller ID? Like, you look at it and you can see who's calling, or
I think there's a name.
Yeah. I would say that you can when you call like make a communications, you can choose with only slightly effort or maybe a certain level of compad, you could obfuscate your caller ID information basically. There's no global registry of caller ID because basically you're just connecting to the station's comm or satellites, and this isn't like Verizon or anything like that. So you
If
just
he had a
know
local contact saved or something, it would match.
exactly. And this one just says 7K is the contact information coming through.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave then.
Okay.
So they're offering 7K.
Mhm.
Maybe.
I meet these guys at the cantina.
All right.
I would have probably left as soon as I told the junkie to meet us here. Because I
Okay.
wouldn't want to actually.
What are
meet him
you
here.
gonna tell? Because your team can see you're communicating potentially. You have the option, Splort, of keeping your communications internal because you're using a shell. So anything you're saying is actually coming from your chrysalis and not being broadcast unless you want it to be. So with your communications, talking with Blackjack and Bill, the rest of your crew doesn't know what's happening. So what are you going to tell them? What are you going to tell Jarvis, Marshall, and Voren?
I'm just gonna say we got the pad. Let's go.
Okay. So that's what the rest of you hear is like, holy shit, we got the pad. Let's go.
Wait a minute, but didn't he go
Yeah, I did.
follow Bill?
I followed him. I didn't go all the way. I just. If you remember, I said I asked him to give me updates on his location, so that I'd be close enough to
Right.
hop in and help if he needed it. So I'm not at
I
the
just
bar.
didn't know you were there the whole time.
No, I
Oh.
wasn't. You're right.
That's my bad.
Okay.
Well, he comes back first, clearly before Bill, and lets you guys know, hey, we got the pad, let's go. And with that, you guys don't have a tab to pay. But did anyone order more drinks?
I only paid for 2.
Yeah, I didn't order more because I
Two
already
for
had
other
very
patrons.
little money.
Even though Voren lost his drink, he didn't order a replacement?
Didn't order a replacement.
Oh, shit. Okay,
Tough being the
so-
janitor.
so you guys
I know.
got nothing going on, nothing to settle up, and you guys can all make your way back towards the ship.
I should have, but I honestly didn't think of it.
Okay.
Just sat there staring at his empty beer glass in misery.
Thinking about how wonderful it tasted.
the one sip you got.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys meet back up at the Double Down. You're all here, and shortly after you guys meet up, Bill's walking right up the
have
ramp.
we had enough time to take on a load of fuel?
You probably don't need any. So here's the thing for fuel. You require heavy amounts of fuel to do spike drills.
Right.
But in-system travel doesn't take very much. So I'm going to say you guys are still good.
Well, then I'll request
Well,
a lane to get
I mean,
off.
it
docking
looks like the
berth.
ship can only hold one fuel, so we would have used that to get here.
No.
No,
In-system travel doesn't take much.
right? But if we want to go anywhere else,
if you're going to do a
not here.
spike drill, yeah, it would require you would use most of your fuel, but you don't know where the coordinates are yet. So a spike drill requires one load of fuel,
right? Which is what we can carry.
but I'm trying to find the.
So there better be a fuel station on the
there
other
it is.
side.
Here it is. Normal intra-system maneuvering uses no significant amount of fuel.
Right, but is there another spaceport in this system? We may not want to come back here.
Oh yeah. Yep. There are, depending on where you're going, there are fueling stations in most systems.
Space gas stations floating in the middle of.
And some ships
Stops.
are equipped with fuel scoops where you can actually get your own fuel,
But we are not.
but you are not.
Okay.
Why not, Captain? Why not?
Because
Because the DM
you
didn't
asked
give it
for money. That's why not.
to you.
We expect payment.
No, we really don't.
You don't?
Well,
You're going to work for free?
Eventually.
No, I don't want to work for
I
free.
think
just
I
don't
heard
expect you
that
actually to
Jarvis
pay
is
us.
going to work for free.
Say it's the free merchant part of this deal, right?
All right,
I heard he was going to give it to me, but that's just me.
Well,
I also hear the music in my head.
I'll tell you what. I'll
True,
give you
true.
half of his share, and I will give him no share.
That works for me. What?
Nothing. Welcome, new comms officer.
All right.
All right.
Promotion.
So is
right.
everyone back to the ship?
Yes.
All right, then. I want to take off.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say the first thing I do getting back on the ship is requesting a exit lane.
Yep.
Get on board with the station control tower and make like a tree and leaf.
And
All right.
Is there a moon or another orbital body that's close to this planet? Or is this an asteroid?
You're in the Oort cloud, so this is the asteroid belt, right? The Oort cloud region of this solar system. And so there's no planetary bodies anywhere near, but there's tons and tons of
All right.
asteroids.
Well, then I suggest to Marshall to find us a place to hide, and we can look over this data.
There we go. So
Okay.
I'll just obscusify the ship. So I'll make sure I use, good
Cover
cover and
and-
things. Make sure I get behind a big rock and then change direction so that, the station's LiDAR and stuff can't track my route.
Yep. So you guys, do everything you need. You feel pretty confident, Marshall, that no one's going to follow you, that you're not going to know about, and Jarvis, you're seeing nothing on sensors anywhere near you. You guys are clean. If there's anything following you, shh, that's something way beyond what you guys could deal with anyways.
That's reassuring.
All right.
And you don't know about it, so ignorance is bliss, right?
All right. Everyone to the
My favorite kind of bliss.
Everyone to the
Conference table.
No, not the. We don't have a conference table. What do you think this is?
I have it right there in the picture, right there, buddy.
Where?
Yeah.
Even have
What,
a
what
dining
picture?
ready
What
room.
conference table?
It's right next to your office.
Did you
What the
relink
hell
the
are you
ship?
talking about?
I sure did, and I put up a Google Drive with it in it as well.
Okay, there it is.
Where is it?
The shipmap.png.
What he's saying is he sold the conference table for a drink at the
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah, there you go.
Say, do we have like a hollow
I
table?
really do like this ship. However, someone with Photoshop skills needs to tweak it a bit because you don't have luxury cabins. That's not something your ship is equipped with. But if you guys are okay with it, I think I'm going to use this and the assets in Dungeon Draft and make the layout of the ship that will have most of these elements. If that works for you.
Sure, go for it.
But for now, this'll be good. But you would probably have some type of ready room, right, where you guys can sit.
Right, a room.
A room.
All right, who's
So
got the pad?
you guys are all there.
It's the communal shower.
This is not the Enterprise.
We're
Captain?
off gassing.
All right, what's on this pad?
Captain,
I mean, what's
I
on
think you
the?
like what I have to give you. I'll hand you the pad.
All right, is there
Well,
like a
you would just
wall display
transfer
or
the
something?
data. Yep.
Oh, okay.
He could connect his compad and pull it up.
All right, what are we looking at?
Basically screencasts. So, what you're looking at is in system. But it's pretty far out. It's pretty far out past the Oort cloud. And you could probably reach it within, we'll say, 6 hours.
Is it just a location, or is there other data attached?
Just a location and a ship designation.
Okay. What's the ship designation?
And the ship designation is there in chat. The Umbressa.
Does that sound familiar to anybody?
Nope.
Yes. No.
Oh.
And a not named Obressa.
I got the impression it was carrying something. Not that the ship itself was special. It was hard to follow because he's a junkie. But
It sounded like it had pre-tech cargo.
So, is there any objection to going after it? I mean,
No.
I don't look like I want to sit on this ship forever. Maybe get paid once in a while. That's awful helpful.
once in a while.
I mean, does it give any information like a hull profile or anything, or what its last course headings were?
Junkie didn't have much.
I mean, the data pad
Literally,
can't be that.
no, exactly. Literally, the only thing they had is basically salvage. It's a salvage job. The ship's name is the Umbressa, and these are the coordinates.
All right, that far out, is it remote enough not to have any other objects near it?
Correct.
I thought you didn't want to pay for this. How do we get this?
Somebody paid for it.
It just wasn't us.
It wasn't. I hope they covered the tab at the bar.
I'll tell you when you're older.
Where are you
Can you
guys
tell me
from
now?
again? I know you guys are new to the ship, but
Way, out there past that moon, across from the other planet with the rings.
and your brothers, right?
Well, they say.
Yeah.
Larry and Daryl.
I think he's adopted.
I'm kind of seeing that.
All right,
Well.
Blackjack. What's the decision?
let's head out in that direction then. Let's see what we got. Keep an eye out for other ships, because obviously we know that Talvok is already interested in this site.
It's in system, I assume?
Yep.
So I don't need to do any fun navigating or anything.
Can
Not just
we
yet.
How long would it
burn
take to get there?
extra Fuel to get there.
6 hours.
faster?
6 hours. So that's the thing. Fuel, not an issue. Intra-system travel takes almost no fuel.
Right, but if he already looked at it and has
Is there
an
any
idea
like
of where it is,
beacons or anything in system that shows where other ships' flight paths are?
Not unless there is a
Like
a big
navigation buoys or anything like
yeah.
that? For
Not
regular.
unless there would be like a space station or something controlling that. Some systems would have that, where there's sensor relays, communication relays, and everything is
Can we
tightly
turn our
controlled.
transponder off?
You're in the belt, right? This is the Wild West of this system. So there's nothing like that.
So
and yes,
short of a long-range scan picking up another ship, we're not gonna get made or
could-
make anybody else.
yeah, you could absolutely, cut all outbound communications. You could go to passive sensors only, and with
Turn
the
off
thrust,
mobile internet.
they would only be able to detect like the gamma, the radiation from, and particles being moved during your
CSSID.
passage.
Yeah, let's go passive.
And with that, the ship heads out. We will return to the crew of the Double Down next session. Thanks a lot, everyone.
I got one less action. Slapping
Go
my
ahead.
brother at the back of the head. End of game.
Oh, what?